Welcome, sons and daughters of Odin. I am the Lord of the Runes. So another reading of the elderfuthark runes here today. The 24 ancient symbols of divination, language, writing, and magic. These are 4D symbols, the runes. They are connected to the fourth dimension, which means that they have access to all times, the whole timeline, and it's not really a line when time is in 4D. Time is non-linear. So, similar to tarot these are, however, they're a little more direct and simpler, easier to understand. One of the many reasons I identify with them. Not putting shit on tarot, of course. Tarot is very powerful. So, let's see what the wyrd is spinning today. This. Is that the way? No, that's the way. This is Jera. This means harvest, planting the seeds for future growth and reward. Putting down plans now for tomorrow to reap the benefits later. So, when the ancient people literally planted seeds, they waited for the harvest months later, and they would get the rewards for all their hard work. And it's highly symbolic, this energy, this rune of putting down seeds to reap the rewards in the future. So many things benefit from careful planning and strategy. And we can all get a little bit tied up in the moment and caught up in the moment and not really look ahead, to plan ahead to see what's going to happen, to anticipate hardship or anticipate growth by taking certain opportunities now and then reaping the rewards later, not seeing an immediate return. And in the world where instant gratification is often sought above all else, this can be a difficult thing to maintain. However, it's very prudent energy. It's very wise. It's making sure that you are covered tomorrow by doing some work today. It's kind of like, as well, when you eat healthy now, eat healthy throughout your whole life, you'll guarantee that you have a long, healthy life, rather than try and fix the problem by putting a Band-Aid on it when you start to get old and a little bit had it. You know, from inactivity, if you don't use your body while it's strong, it'll waste away and you'll get weaker quicker. So doing exercise and eating healthy now while you're young, or when you're young, make sure that the body will be strong in the future. When you're old, you won't require any sort of care. You won't require any treatment or medication. When you go into a chemist for these days, I saw recently, I went into a chemist to get something. Don't like going into chemists very much. Not a big fan of pharmaceuticals or the big pharma. But anyway, that's another story. And I saw some old people in there, or elderly people, yes, waiting in line for their medication. And I was surprised by some of them. They would get basically a box of medication. And I was shocked that these people had to take this stuff pretty much every day. And that's a result of, I would pretty much bet everything I owned on this, not taking care of your body back in the day, not exercising enough, relying too much on treating the symptoms rather than the cause. So that's a form of Jera as well. I don't know how I got onto that, but that just popped into my head, so it seemed like a good line to take. Making yourself strong now, so you're strong in the future. That's what I was getting at. That's part of the energy of Jera. And that's a very good strategy if you want to live a long and healthy life, rather than having to rely on others to look after you when you're old. And that's what not looking after yourself results in 9 times out of 10. If you don't eat well, if you don't exercise, your body will degenerate a lot quicker. That's pretty much a given. 99% of disease is lifestyle these days. It's completely preventable. A lot of the toxins we have in our environment, yeah, they're unavoidable a lot of the time, but we can avoid most of them in the food that we eat, stuff that we drink. Good idea, really, isn't it? Pretty simple. So, Jera, yes. What I'm getting with this as well is it's about backing yourself now and then making sure that you are prepared for the future. Looking ahead, but not forgetting the now as well. Making sure you're very well prepared in the now, because then you'll be very well prepared in the future. So if you have a constant energy of being prepared, a constant readiness for anything that could come your way, a resilience, then that's the energy of Jera as well. It's being prepared for anything that comes your way by being strong, being wise, being intelligent, being discerning, following your intuition about certain things. And certain mental practices that we do as well, spiritual practices, that's also a form of Jera. Meditation, it's ensuring that we have good mind, calmness, and discipline to endure any hardship that comes our way. Because meditation, for instance, it reduces anxiety, it reduces depression, it helps you sleep better, it helps you be calmer, reduces uncontrollable anger. I had all of these things at one stage. Now they're pretty much gone, and meditation was a big part of it. So that's another form of Jera. You're laying the groundwork now for a strong life where you're in control of your emotions. And I remember one person said to me once, "Oh, you can't control your emotions." And I said, "Well, yeah, you can." "Oh, no, you can't." "Well, I do." I can. Once you master your emotions, then life becomes a lot easier because you're not ruled by them. When you become an observer of your own behavior, of your own thought practices, and you become very powerful. Yes, you do. There's a process that I've done before. It's called the self-observation, where you think, or this is what you do when you're going about your normal days, and it makes sure that you're not acting unconsciously in response to things that come your way. So it's observing what you think, observing what you feel, and observing what you do as a result of thinking and feeling. So it's the head, the heart, and the hara. The hara is the lower belly area, or the Dantian, I think it's called, or the cave of Brahma, something like that. There's a lot of different names for it. Or another expression, another way I've heard it's described is the head, the heart, and the hand. So the thinking, the feeling, and the doing. Thought, feeling, and then that thought leads to the feeling leads to the action. So that's a form of Jera as well. Putting down work now so you're well prepared for anything that comes your way in the future. Building blocks of a disciplined life, disciplined existence. So I think that pretty much covers it, this aspect of Jera that's come up for me anyway. And if you identify with this reading, put a link in the put a like and subscribe to the channel. If you've got any questions, put something in the comments. Yeah, make a comment. I'm happy to answer them. And yeah, if this resonates, I'd love to hear it. And in the meantime, may your journey be blessed.